How's everybody doing today? I've got a little bit of a different story to, I guess, come back with after my absence yesterday from not making any video. First time this year. 46 people, at the very least, were killed in, what is this, Maiduguri, which is a Nigerian village. And 35 others were injured during this raid by Boko Haram gunmen. And it just, if you read this account on CNN, they're talking about these residents remembering fleeing in bushes and watching houses burn up. It's really kind of devastating to not be aware of this kind of violence going on over there. I'm really never aware of anything that occurs in these other countries relating to the, I guess, types of terrorism or domestic terrorism that just keep on going on. I guess because we're so, the U.S., and I'm gonna get a little bit off topic, is just sort of the place that everybody wants to go to. We sort of forget about other countries, and we just don't pay as much attention to them as we should. Again, I'm going through this again. They're over there saying prayers. They're recalling, one of the residents recalls 2 bombs detonating, and it's just sleeping in bushes with no blankets, as cold as it was. Another person says, you read stuff like this, and I get 2 things out of it. I get this feeling of sympathy for the people who are involved with this, who didn't want to be involved with it, sort of had themselves dragged into it because of the terrorists in this case, or the perpetrators of this act, who I'm unsure of and I'm not seeing much information on in the article. And I also come away with how lucky I am to sort of, I don't want to say live where I live, because San Bernardino isn't too far away, but to know that if on 9 times out of 10, if something really despicable is happening wherever I am, there will be law enforcement or some public servant that will act as a, for lack of a better term, hero in that situation. And I think the people of this village really needed a hero. And it's difficult to assume that leadership role when you have gunfire and bombs detonating on you. I know that this is not something anyone that I know, at least my age, or including myself, could have handled. I don't know how they did it. They're certainly bigger heroes than me, and I hate to kind of push this back on me and make myself seem as if I'm the focus of this story, but it really does make me think about, there's a lot of things that get me down, and why I should never allow that to sort of make me lose my, I guess, feeling of goodness in life, or just I should be more grateful for what I have when things of this nature are happening to people in other places. And oftentimes I think I just forget about stuff and say, oh, woe is me, oh, this sucks, this is horrible. And part of the reason I'm kind of segueing into this topic is because there's a bigger lesson to learn from incidents of this nature, and take away the fact that people all have problems. I've had different things happen to me where I felt I wasn't lucky. I've had things happen to me where I just wanted to curl up in a ball and lay on the floor forever. But part of the reason I'm able to not focus on those things is to know that at the end of the day I was able to walk away from it uninjured or unfazed, aside from emotional scars or whatever. And even then, it's nothing to the magnitude of this event, which we see so often And I guess, you part of welcoming a new year, as we did earlier this month, is that you get to go, oh, well, all that stuff is in the past. That was last year. This is this year. And I went, oh, great. I can now focus on the things happening around me and the things happening in my daily life, and not care about the aftermath of those tragedies we saw in Paris and San Bernardino. And then this happens, and I just kind of rewind to last month. Again, we keep talking about the new year, or people talk about the new year, but that was really only, 30 days ago, 5, 6 weeks ago. We're not even going to say months. We should just say weeks, because when you start talking about years, you're making it seem as if it's been 12 months, 365 days. It hasn't. So I just really feel this level of disillusion with thinking negatively about my own life and not realizing what is good, especially in the face of something like this. And I think I'm going to try to implore everyone to do that as well. Whenever you feel down about some particular event in life, and I don't know everyone's situation, I only know mine's. I encourage to just look at these stories and events and sort of read what happened. It makes living your life so much more fulfilling, knowing that you are not in any way going through what these people went through yesterday, and it's not something you can just joke about, or I'm not. I wish I could just say, "Oh, I'm kidding. No, this is all a gag." It really isn't. This happened, and it happens too often. And because it happens too often, we have to start living a little bit more seriously when it comes to facing rejection and other types of self-imposed or self-described conflicts that we have. Because sometimes those conflicts are really not conflicts. They're just solutions that haven't fully been answered yet.